We see that we had the required amount of people, so I don't have anybody else in class going, hey. You're on whenever you're ready.
My grandma is 85 years old now, and she goes to the hospital regularly for checkups. And every time, thank God, we hear the good news all the time. Her heart is doing great, her blood pressure is great, her lungs are great, everything's great. Well, of course, at this age, she's not as strong as a 25-year-old anymore, and she does have some aging symptoms. But our family is very grateful because she was in kind of bad health shape back in when she was 40s. And it was that time that her doctor told her, you know what, go start Tai Chi. And ever since then, she never stopped. And right now, I mean, I look at my grandma, still got the black hair on. I'm still doing Tai Chi in the house whenever she can do it. I just feel grateful that, wow, that Tai Chi really helped her. And that's one of the reasons why I started teaching Tai Chi in San Juan College, trying to help people with something that has helped my grandma. So you might wonder, what is Tai Chi? Tai Chi is referred as a moving meditation. I can show you just 5 seconds. It's slow. Looks like it's easy. I'm not doing anything. It's slow. Then you might wonder why the slow movement can bring us all these kind of benefits. Well, let's look at this. We say that Tai Chi is a moving meditation. That means that it combines your mind and your body together. Firstly, I want to say that Tai Chi already has a big, long history in China. There are a lot of legends about how Tai Chi started in China, but there's one of the stories that's mostly accepted by people, is there was one village called Qinqin village. That's how you hear about the Qin style Tai Chi. And they started Tai Chi about 500 years ago for their self-defense. So Tai Chi is actually one of the martial arts. And during the 500 years, Tai Chi has been practiced, developed, and improved by this village. In 1950s, Chinese people had gone through for 100 years war at that time. And Chinese government starts to realize how important it is to help people to develop their physical development. Then they gather some great Tai Chi masters together to create and invent a lot of simplified forms for average people. And now you don't have to be trained since 3 years old. You don't have to be trained for years. You don't have to be especially strong to do this. You don't have to be a master to practice Tai Chi. And everybody can do it. And now if you go to China, one day you get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, you go to one of the parks, you will see a lot of people gathering together just doing this Tai Chi form. And now we're talking about the benefits of Tai Chi. Firstly, the physical benefits of Tai Chi. And here I want to quote something from Harvard Health publication by Harvard Medical School. Tai Chi differs from other kind of exercises in several respects. The movements are usually circular and never forced. The muscles are relaxed rather than tense. The joints are not fully extended or bent, and the connective tissues are not stretched. Tai Chi can easily adapt it for anyone from the most fit to people confined to wheelchairs or recovering surgery. So Tai Chi has so many physical benefits, and according to the 2007 survey by the National Center for Health Statistics and National Center for Complementary and Alternative Medicine, Americans' use of CAM, which means complementary and alternative medicine, found that 1% of 23,300 adults surveyed has used the Tai Chi for their exercise during the last 12 months. And that means there are probably 2.3 million adults in this country are practicing Tai Chi. And then we talk about mind. How can this exercise to help on your mind? First, have to focus really closely into our body, and that helps. That's a kind of meditation. And then here I want to tell you some little story which reflects a philosophy of Tai Chi. Once upon a time, there was an old man in China who lost a horse. So everybody came to comfort him. Oh, I feel so sorry for you. Then he said, how do you know it is not a good thing? So a few days later, the horse came back and bring back an even better horse. So that's a good thing. Everybody comes here saying, hey, congratulations. And then the old man just said, how do you know it's not a bad thing? And since they got this nice horse, his son really loved to ride it. And his son finally fell off from the horse and broke his